All right, folks. Well, if you saw my other videos, you know that I talked a lot about multi-site orchestrator, which is what it says on the tin. It is a multi-site orchestrator that orchestrates between your multiple sites. And I don't want to be too pedantic about it, but at a very, very, very high level, it pushes policy to all of your Apex sites, whether that's on-prem sites, cloud sites, what have you. Now, let's go into the Wayback Machine and let's go back to ACI version 1. And ACI was released and it was like, yay, let's zero trust everything. And we had a lot of customers come and say, you know, this is pretty complicated and I don't really know that I trust my stuff is configured the right way. And I feel like my policies aren't really working the way that they're supposed to. And I need this to work with Splunk, right? So we released these tools, Nexus Insights, which gives you insights at a physical level and at a fabric level on the what's going on in this environment. And then Network Assurance Engine, which does a lot of AI and ML, and I know it's a buzzword and everybody uses it, but in this case, it's very, very true. It applies years of TAC history, just like I'm sure if you've seen DNA Center. Same concept, right? I am looking at what's going on this fabric and going, I betcha it's this, and bubbling up those issues to the top. So without further ado, let's dive in. So when I come to Nexus dashboard, the first thing I see here is I have two sites, right? And in this individual example, I can see, oh man, I don't have any issues with this one, and I'm not going to butcher that German name because I don't know how to say it. But I can see, wow, Munich has some issues. So I am going to go into my Nexus Insights, and I'm going to go right to my site overview here, and I'm going to see, oh my gosh, I have some things that I need to look at. I have 3 major issues. What are those 3 major issues? And that's going to pop me down, and I can look and see what's going on with these 3 major issues. I can look here, and I can see the things that are having issues. I can see Leaf 111 is having some outages. I'm seeing Leaf 102 is having some outages. And if I want deeper data, I can go down here to anomalies. Now, in reality, here's kind of how it works in real life. I'm going to look at my majors first, right? So I'm going to look at this major, and let's go analyze it and see what's going on, right? So here I go. I have this anomaly on Ethernet 1.1 on Leaf 101. Let's see who's affected. Oh man, I already know the things that are affected and the MAC addresses of those things that are affected, right? So if I know QoS tests and AppD are things that are very important to me, oh, I should probably go fix this issue, right? And not only does it tell you that there's an issue, it tells you how to fix the issue, right? So let's go check the affected QoS level, check the QoS class, check your fabric, and make sure that there's correct queuing parameters. So that's really important because we can go through here and we can see, you know, FCS errors, and we can see QoS is receiving a ton of drops. This is not great. Let's go fix it, right? So let's pop out of this one, and we can look at some packet retransmissions here. Let's go look at this guy. Now this one has been cleared, so we knew it was there, but it has been gone. So TCP packet retransmission is seen from the fabric going to VRF, TME lab, yada, yada, yada. Let's see. Here's my affected entries and the direction in which it was affected. So immediately I know, hey, if somebody comes to me and says, you know, server, 192.168.11.38, can't talk to 11.62, yeah, you know, we know that it's an issue. We're working on it, right? And we're not just guessing. And we can go through here and we can see back in time when all these issues happened, right? And we can actually change the Wayback Machine a little bit here and see how frequently it's been happening. And again, we're not doing this on the command line. We are doing this, you know, on the fly in a GUI. So now let's hop over to Network Assurance Engine, because I want to talk about NAE. And what NAE is it gives us that really assurance that how things are configured is how we think they are. So when I first come in here, I realize, oh my gosh, this thing is lit up like a Christmas tree. There's 65 critical errors, there's 40 major errors, there's 29 minor errors. At this point, I don't care about warning and info. I'll get there when I get there, right? I can easily look at unhealthy count by resource, tenants, VRFs, bridge domains, you know, see all the, you know, I've got some messed up endpoints here. I have some, you know, all sorts of stuff. So let's look in here. We're going to go to the Explorer. And what the Explorer is going to do is it's going to show us what can talk to what, right? So I'm just going to select something here. I know that this endpoint, ACI containers nodes, can talk to containers default, containers system, another ACI containers node. It can talk to itself. It can talk to Istio, and it can talk to the rest of the world, right? So if somebody says, hey, you know, I need you to go look at this and see what they can talk to, maybe it's an auditor, right? We can go in here and easily and immediately say, this is what this thing can talk to. Maybe you got breached. I hope you didn't, but maybe you did. Who knows, right? Let's go to change management and let's do some policy analysis, because nobody's ever had a bad change management, right? So just looking here, I can look and see, well, I will just pick on one of these, right? An access entity profile is not associated with any domains. Well, what does that mean? Let's see. The access entry default is failing, and the suggested next steps are determine if it's needed. If it is needed, look at the next thing, make sure it's got the right VLAN pools, right? We're not just guessing, and you're not immediately opening a case with TAC. This is what I can't stress what I can't stress more vividly for everybody watching this is that this allows you to fix issues very, very quickly and know what some of these, you know, if you work in the command line all the time, you may know what that is. But if you're new, let's say you just migrated from some other SD, you know, software-defined network to ACI, and you're like, I don't know what that means. This tells you exactly what it means, and it tells you the life cycle of how long it's been around. It'll tell you if it gets cleared, and it'll tell you if it's in the process of clearing, right? So very, very powerful stuff here. Let's go look at delta analysis. Now, delta analysis isn't super exciting on this box because everything's kind of broken by design, but we can go back in the delta analysis and we can say, like, hey, when did things start going sideways, right? Like, if we go to all the data that we have and we look, we're like, oh, okay, well, it's always had 65 critical errors. I guess we're just not very good at configuration, or, you know, we were doing it when we were sleepy on a Friday night. I'm not sure. But if you have a change and something breaks, you can go back and easily tell your boss, your VP, your CIO, your shareholders, whatever, hey, this is when it started happening. We think it's X, right? Now, let's talk about cam tables. Everybody loves talking about cam tables, right? I know I do. Actually, that's a lie. I don't. I don't like talking about cam tables because they make me mad. What a cam table is every tenant has this, certain number of access entries that it can be in there. If you have spent any time in NXOS or 6509s or chassis-based switches, you know that cam tables can be the devil. And what this allows you to easily do is go, ooh, man, scale tenant, I am almost out of cams in there. I need to go look at that policy and see what's good. Oh, you look, this thing has never been used. I can probably get rid of these, right? And then very easily, I can go through here and I can look at my hit counts for the cams on all of these tables. It's super awesome and really powerful. In the 6509 days, I would have to do these. Ugh, it's gross. Pivot tables, not fun. Compliance analysis. So are we in compliance? Right now I don't have anything that's not doing super well. And let's see, I'm going to go to application delivery. No, I'm going to go to tenant forwarding. So the Smart Events dashboard is where you are able to look and easily filter on all the things that are going wrong on this fabric. What is the most issues, right? Is it tenant forwarding? Yeah, there's a bunch of issues in tenant forwarding. Is it security? No, it just has some info. Is it change analysis? Oh, I got some pretty major change analysis. Let's see what's going on here, right? And I can look through and see, like, where am I struggling the most in this fabric, right? This is what I like to refer to as the we know how we need to change, because oftentimes when you have issues, maybe you have repetitive outages or you have repetitive, I don't know, it's just funky, right? This allows you to look at events and go, what keeps biting us? What are we doing? Let's look at resource utilization. I have 4 warnings. Let's look at those warnings. Probably those cam rules and hardware, right? And it's probably gonna say it's my cam that we were looking at earlier. So, this allows you to be more efficient and look at what your team is struggling with, or look at what your infrastructure is struggling with, and know how to fix them, right? Right here, unsupported microsegmentation feature. You got to go change that, and it'll tell you, here's our check goes. Here, here's how to fix that. So, I like to close in, circling all this back around is that, this gives you one place to aggregate all this data and see what's going on, from Network Assurance Engine to Insights and Multi-Site Orchestrator. Now, we're not dealing with MSO because, like I said, we did that in a different video. But if we had MSO in here, we could pop into MSO and see our policies and tweak them, and it's all from one place. That holy grail of single pane of glass, I'm here to tell you, for your data center, it's here. So I thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day.